गाइस आई थिंक इस बार आप लोग मुझे सुन पाएंगे. बंगाल मैनिया, हियर इट इज. ओह, कैन यू हियर मी? सुनाई दे रहा है राइट? শুনতে পারছো? आगे बोलो शेटा. Tell me first that whether you can hear me or not. Great, great. Yes, I'm doing good. How are you? इससे पहले मैंने 2 বার কানেক্ট करने की कोशिश की. দুবার বাট কেউ শুনতে পাচ্ছিল না কিছু. আমি আবার আসলাম, আমার ফোন দিয়ে কানেক্ট করতে হলো. আই থিঙ্ক আমার মাইক্রোফোনে কিছু প্রবলেম হচ্ছে ওয়েবক্যামে. So tell me guys, how are you? I am sorry for the technical problems we were facing when I connected through my webcam. This is my phone. I'm connecting from my phone. I think the quality is even better. So I think इस बार कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी. Please keep on messaging and let me know. हाँ हाँ, जितने कम लोग उतना अच्छा है. No problem. I think people are coming in. 4 people are in. Please guys, give me your attendance who all are there. I want to talk to you guys because आज जो जिस टॉपिक पे हम लोग बात करेंगे is very interesting and I think it's been going on in the film industry for a long time. So I am really interested to know whether you guys want to talk about it as well or not. Yes, I have watched Bhedia. I'm going to talk about it as well. And that's why I wanted to have this conversation आप लोगों के साथ, क्योंकि बैक टू बैक बहुत सारी बॉलीवुड की मूवीज़ निकल रही है, रीजनल फिल्म्स भी निकल रही हैं. एंड मैंने देखा है बहुत सारी फिल्म्स, मैंने रिसेंटली चेकआउट किया है. रिव्यू आई डोंट गिव ऑफन, दैट्स अ प्रॉब्लम आई नो, बट yes, I do watch a lot of films and I wanted to talk about it specifically with you guys. पहले बताइए आप लोगों ने रिसेंटली कौन सी पिक्चर्स देखी है. भेड़िया आप लोगों ने देखी है कि नहीं? एंड अगर रीजनल फिल्म्स देखी है, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रीजनल फिल्म्स यू हैव वॉच्ड. हाय युवराज, वी कनेक्ट हियर वंस अगेन. आई होप दिस टाइम यू कैन हियर मी प्रॉपरली. आई एम कनेक्टिंग फ्रॉम माई फोन बाय द वे. People are coming in and then going back. Now there is nobody. Hey Sonia, hello, सत श्री अकाल. आई एम सॉरी, टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम्स चल रही थी तो लास्ट टाइम कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा था. 2 बार मैंने कनेक्ट करने की कोशिश की, मेरा वेब कैम वॉज नॉट वर्किंग. दिस टाइम आई थिंक यू गाइज कैन हियर मी. प्लीज़, जिस टॉपिक में हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड आई वॉन्टेड टू नो योर थाट्स अबाउट रीजनल फिल्म्स, बॉलीवुड फिल्म्स. विच वंस डू यू वॉच मोर? और आपकी क्या राय है? ये जो डिबेट चल रहा है हमारे मूवी इंडस्ट्री में, what are your views? And that's why I'm here to talk about it with you guys. Let's wait for a few more people to join in. Who else is there? Only I can see 2 people. Let's wait for at least 10 people to come in, and then you only watch Tollywood. So Tollywood, which kind of movies do you enjoy the most? Is it masala kind of movies, or is it like art films, or is it both? कैसी मूवीज आप लोग देखना पसंद करते हैं? एंड व्हाट आर द challenges you are facing nowadays, जिस वजह से like do you not like Bollywood movies, do you like Bollywood movies? Regional films में सबसे ज़्यादा movies, which kind of movies do you watch? Do you watch Punjabi? Do you watch South Indian like Malayali, Telugu, Tamil, these kind of movies, or basically mainly Hindi movies? And what are your views on this? Because I really want to know. Both. Hey! I think I am seeing a lot of messages, but Zofia. Hi, Zofia. I'm sorry, I the connection was lost for a minute. Hey, Anirudh. How are you? Anirudh Nagle. Yes, Yuvraj, I agree with you. We need to give chance to underrated directors. That's totally true. And I watched Bheria yesterday, and I think it's a really good movie. I really enjoyed that movie, and I think if Bollywood wants, it can turn around the game. It just needs good storylines and good scripts, and Bheria jaisi movies, we really need that. Apart from that, regional movies, I recently watched Sita Ramam. I watched Thiru Chitrambalam yesterday. I think yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, day before yesterday, and I absolutely loved it. Dhanush killed it. I think Dhanush is one of those actors who can slip into any role, any character, and can do so good. So I'm glad that we got to see him on screen, and I loved it. That's one of my favorite romantic comedy movies of this year. I think it's even better than Sita Ramam for me because I could relate to the characters a lot. So you guys tell me, what did you think, and do you think that apart from giving the good directors time to, do we need to do something else बॉलीवुड को इस slump से बाहर निकालने के लिए? Hero Alum over anyone. Shubham, hi, first of all. And yeah, we need Hero Alum. We need to appreciate Karan Johar because he's an immensely talented filmmaker. He will get his due one day. I don't disagree with you actually, Zofia. Zofia, first of all, thank you for the compliment. I really appreciate it. इससे पहले जो आपने बोला, and secondly, you're right. Like we need to give all the directors their chances, but they can only get only few chances to prove themselves, and if they keep on making bad films, then people will not be happy, just like the actors. And I think it's becoming more problematic because nepotism का जो debate चल रहा है हर जगह, every time we go somewhere we talk about nepotism, we are forgetting that nowadays there is abundance of talent, and we need to appreciate whatever's coming in our way. I in general love entertainment. Okay, I love films. I love watching anything and everything that comes out. चाहे वो कोई नेपोटिज्म का कोई आर्ट हो, चाहे वो कोई एक्टर ऐसा हो जिसके पापा बहुत फेमस है, या फिर ऐसा एक्टर हो इज वेरी फ्रेश. I like to give each and every one a chance. If they can do it, if they can prove themselves, well and good. If you can't, then I will talk about it. I will say कि no, they are not doing a great job. So that's like that. I feel recently Millie jo release hui, that proves that Janvi has it in herself, and I think she can do better. She is choosing the right kind of films, and I'm hoping that she keeps on choosing these kind of films so that she can do better. That will also challenge her to, improve on her performance. Indian film industry is that we are only doing romantic stuff even if story plot not required romantic scenes. That's true. I can't disagree with that, Anirudh. You are right. Because somewhere or the other, किसी ना किसी तरीके से Bollywood या कोई भी film industry आप देख लो, they do include the romantic angle. We can deal without it. I think we can have films without the romantic angle. There are so many underappreciated films where we never needed a romantic angle. I'm telling you, I have watched so many films out there, and that's why Hollywood actually goes toe to toe with that, because they don't have romantic angles in every film. If it's an action film, there is action. If there is a horror film, there is horror. We don't have to include the romantic angle. And even if we do, what happens in Bollywood is they steer away from the main story or main theme. इसी वजह से क्या हो जाती है, जो मूवीज होती है ना, जो बहुत ही ब्लैंड हो जाती है. Now the tide is completely shifting to South industries, bro, and we have completely support Graham. Yes, we need to, and I can't disagree with you totally. But at the same time, just because South is making good films, we cannot abandon Bollywood. I literally grew up on Bollywood and I still have faith in it. I feel that just the good and right kind of script can turn the tide for Bollywood as well. I recently watched Monica, Oh My Darling. I really enjoyed it. It actually is really great if you watch it, if you give it a chance. Dark humor, dark comedy is not appreciated much, but you need to, because that's really good. Monica had so many twists. It was so fun. I laughed out loud, and I was surprised at the twists because they had really good twists. Even the ending is just like Andhadhun. I still don't know what happened in the end, and really I'm intrigued and I want to know more about it. I want to watch that film again. So there is a repeat value for these films. Bhedia, in general, I really enjoyed Bhedia. You should go watch if you haven't watched it yet. There are so many good spoilers in the film, and Easter eggs, not spoilers, Easter eggs for in the future. और भी जो फिल्म्स आ रही है उसके बारे में, and I think you guys already know that 3-2 is coming, so Easter eggs from that film is also there in Bhedia, and you will have a great time when you get to see the mid-credit scene, which is just chef's kiss. I just loved the mid-credit scene. Remakes should stop. Wow, this is a very strong statement, and I don't disagree with you. I totally agree with you on that. I feel that there are so many fresh concepts हम लोग अभी भी explore कर सकते हैं, हम लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं. I don't know what is wrong. Even गानों में remakes हो रहे हैं, अपने हर जगह remakes पड़े हुए हैं. And I need something fresh. We need something fresh. I enjoy the remakes as long as they are good enough. But every now and then we have so much talent and so much great storyline from all over the world, and especially in India itself, rooted in India's history, India's culture, folklore, and everything, that we can do so many things with it, right? We can explore that. But I don't know why directors are choosing to remake the old scripts. एक साल पहले वाली फिल्म भी हम लोग remake करते हैं, and that's not Marvel enough. Hey Shaptorshi, how are you? I want you guys to tell me more about it. What are your views? आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या ऐसा कर सकती है Bollywood which will help it come out of the slump and actually do something innovative and more? Yes, we saw a non-romantic film, Tumbad, and more, but I think Indian audience is more responsible for this. We saw what happened. To Tumbad. True. I mean, Tumbad is a very underrated film, and I think it started getting love after it released, right? And though it was a hit, right? Tumbad was a hit. I think it was a surprise hit or something, because people started, like, word of mouth publicity was so good that people started taking notice of it, and people thronged to the theaters, and it turned out to be good. Hey Rahul, how are you? Yes, I'm good. How are you? The nepotism debate has become so utterly useless. My question is, what is the end game? As in, what do the protesters want? A complete ban on anyone entering who has famous relative? Shotswala. Okay, before I answer Shotswala's question or Shaptorshi's question, Zofia, you are right. I also feel the same, that it's getting repetitive and monotonous now. People are talking about nepotism again and again, but it's not ending. Bollywood is not stopping making these movies, and people are going to the theaters or on Netflix or all these OTT platforms. We are watching it. We are bashing it. The people are bashing it, पर देखने के बाद bash कर रहे हैं. तो क्या फायदा? अगर आप लोग को सच में बैन करनी है तो stop watching these movies instead. But what is the फायदा? फायदा क्या है? I feel in general I'm an audience. I love watching movies. As long as I get good movies, quality movies, अच्छी वाली content मुझे मिल रही है, I will enjoy it. I will go watch it. चाहे वो जानवी कपूर हो, चाहे वो new actors हो, जैसे what is his name? I keep forgetting his name. Dalkesh Salman, or the new actors like Babil. Now Babil is also entering Bollywood. Irfan Khan को पहले हम लोग बोलते थे कि he's such a great actor. वो उनके बेटे को, अब उनका बेटा भी डेब्यू कर रहा है. Now you will talk about nepotism. आप बताइए. Will you appreciate him, or will you like talk about nepotism again? If he's a good actor, you will talk about his acting. So that's what I'm saying. That what is the use of this whole debate if you're anyway going to watch the movie? I feel movies should be judged purely based on storyline and how good it is, not based on the nepotism involved. And I know कि actors जो fresh actors है, बहुत सारे actors को chance नहीं मिलता है, उनको movies में काम नहीं मिलता है, but we can't do anything about it. It's the movie industry, the directors, the producers who are responsible for them. And if they don't choose to cast a new actor, instead they cast actors from famous parents, then we can't do anything about it. Yes, we can let out our frustrations. हम लोग बोल सकते हैं कि कोई better actor हो सकता था and everything, but we can't do much about it. What we can do is appreciate or not appreciate the movie. Yes, Saptarshi, yet again, I totally agree with you. You said that adaptations are a good choice, but making a direct remake, it doesn't make any sense. Let me know, like, मुझे बताइए, आप लोगों ने दृश्यम 2 देखी है? I have not watched it yet. दृश्यम 2, I mean talking about the Hindi version. And who among you guys have watched the Malayali version as well? Let me know अगर आप लोगों को कोई भी difference नजर आई इन दोनों remakes पे. Because I want to know, is there any difference in the remake that they did in Bollywood, or is it the copycat of the Malayali version? Any changes, any significant changes that will actually set it apart from the Malayali remake? Because I have watched the Malayali remake, and Malayali remake, I'm talking about the Malayali version, and it's stupendous. I loved it very much. So that's why I didn't watch the Ajay Devgn version yet. I will watch it, but then again, I chose the original version over the Bollywood one. Rahul is saying I don't want remakes at all. 76.5% movies these days are either remakes or biopics. Good original movies are very rare in Bollywood. True, I totally agree. But is also becoming boring after Sacred Games and Mirzapur. Every OTT content is about violence and abuse is unnecessary. ETV choice are rare exceptions. Rahul, you are right, and we need very good gems. We need to look into some good quality content from OTT platforms as well. What is going on nowadays is क्योंकि हम लोग थिएटर्स पे रिलीज नहीं कर पा रहे ये मूवीज, हम लोग डायरेक्ट ओटीटी पे डाल दे रहे हैं वो मूवीज. तो जो फ्रेशनेस थी ओटीटी कंटेंट के बारे में शुरुआत में ड्यूरिंग कोविड टाइम्स, इट इज गोइंग आउट कंप्लीटली. नाउ एवरीथिंग इज taking space in the OTT content, and there is no innovation anymore. Anirudh is asking, do you think is there any filmmaker who is able to match filmmaking capabilities like we see in Hollywood, especially movies like Interstellar, Avatar, Inception? I don't know. That is the thing. And I was just talking about it. Hollywood is on a whole new different level when it comes to budget. See, we also have to see the budget, right? So they have huge budget. They have so much technical capabilities that it always is ahead. It will always be ahead of us. We don't have that much budget. People will not put that much budget, and the kind of budget we are putting into films, it's turning out to be movies like Brahmastra. So let's talk about Brahmastra for a second. I expected a lot from this movie, and it delivered on the technical prowess, but it didn't deliver in terms of the storyline. I expected much more from that. And yet again, a storyline involving love story. I don't like that. We could have done so much better than that for the movie. But at the same time, if you see a movie like Bhedia, which is a small movie, it also has got great CGI actually. The use of the CGI was top notch in that movie, but they had a decent storyline as well, which I was very interested in. I wanted to know this whole universe, and I'm still interested in. So you can do small films with good CGI, but with good storyline as well. And the characters are very interesting. Hey, Shots Wala. Yes, Shots Wala, Amar Bari, West Bengal, Kothay. Amar West Bengal, Kolkata Bari. Not Kolkata exactly, not 24 Parganas. Do you know Birati? Birati Pore, after airport. Rakesh. Also, films on queer love should also be made part, at least a Netflix series in India, so that it will be some extent known and acceptable. Yes, another topic I'm heavily interested and invested in. You know what happens inside of me whenever I see the straight couples and straight love stories nowadays, it has become very monotonous. And I think to break that monotony, we can bring in stories from different other marginal marginalized communities like the LGBTQIA plus community. They need representation. We need representation. And when we see these stories screenplay, it makes us happy, we can relate to it. So many small kids growing up, they need that kind of support and that kind of exposure, so that people actually can get that, attention, that get that exposure, and they can understand about this new community and then learn, and adopt in their own lives. And it creates an impact. Even now बधाई दो का जो last 30 minutes है, the main 30 minutes, it still creates something inside, it does something inside of me, and I cry every time. I showed my mom few days ago वो movie, and मैंने आखिर के 30 मिनट में I was again crying profusely, because it's still a very emotional, I think it will always be a very emotional and sensitive topic for me throughout my life in the future as well, because it is an emotional topic. Think about those kids जिनको अपने बारे में पता ही नहीं है. We need to teach those kids, and only us as parents can do that. But if you create movies, that is the best way of communicating and helping them learn. So Yuvraj, you have watched the original one. Have you watched the recent, the Bollywood version? I want to know. Hey Joker, after a long time, I'm seeing you. Shaptoshi is saying that you take one or two aspects of a popular film and turn it into a completely different product. Because let's face it, every genre, even a 5% common with each other, and let's stick to it. What? Genre films have even a 5% common with each other, and let's stick to it. Yes, true. Shaptoshi, I feel you are very much right. That it's not like all the movies are different, totally different. थोड़ा बहुत भी अगर सिमिलैरिटीज होती है, रहती हैं, इट विल ऑलवेज रिमेन, कुछ ना कुछ तो सिमिलैरिटी रहेगी ना हर एक मूवी में, चाहे वो लव स्टोरी हो, चाहे वो फैमिली सेंट्रिक मूवी हो, चाहे वो एक्शन मूवी हो, समवेयर और द अदर देयर विल बी सम काइंड ऑफ अ कनेक्शन विद अनदर मूवी. बट that small connection is enough. It can be only 2%, not more than that. If the entire movie is just the copycat of another movie that we have already seen, there is no use. Yes, remaking films which have been done way back, like in 1990s, where the technicalities were not that amazing. We didn't have a great technical team. We didn't have a great, sound or VFX team, editing team. Remaking those movies is good, considering people don't have that much exposure nowadays. अभी की generation उस movies से वाकिफ नहीं है, so they can watch those movies getting remade and they can get a fresh perspective. That is also very innovative. If you can remake the sentiments from back then in 1990s 1980s and उनको remake करके, they can fit into today's generation and today's thinking and sentiments, that will cater to people more. I feel I will definitely go and watch it. Why not? That is a great idea. Yes, I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. What a brilliant concept, and it's way better than Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. Way better. Who all knows about that movie? People are now getting to know about it after it released at the theaters, and it's such a brilliant movie. It connects so many things. It has family drama, it doesn't have a romantic angle, it has family drama, it also has LGBTQIA representation, very subtly done but very beautifully done. It has action, it has mystery, it's kind of a fantasy. It has so many things mixed into it, but such beautifully done and such beautiful performances. You should go watch it. अगर आप लोगों ने नहीं देखी है, इंग्लिश मूवीज जो लोग देखते हैं, एवरीथिंग एवरीवेयर ऑल एट वंस, इट्स अ मल्टीवर्सल मूवी. इट्स बेस्ड ऑन द पैरेलल डिफरेंट यूनिवर्सेस वी हैव, and it's just brilliant. Yuvraj, you have watched the remake version of Drishyam 2. Please let me know, is there any difference between the Malayali and the Bollywood remake? Is there any difference? Zofia, you were saying that very true what you said about LGBTQ plus and minority rights. Shout out to Badhai though, because that film was monumental, soul stirring. Oh my god, I cry every time too. Yes, yes, Sophia, you're so right. And we need, there are so less Indian movies about LGBTQIA representation that it frustrates me. You know, I as a viewer, I look for these kind of themed storylines. I go to Netflix, I go to Amazon Prime, I search intently and find boys love stories, gay movies, LGBTQ special themed movies. मुझे अलग से ढूंढना पड़ता है. Why? Because we don't have it in India itself. I cannot give anybody an example and tell them, you know, if you want to watch a good movie, an LGBTQIA themed movie, you don't need to look anywhere else. Go to Bollywood. There are so many good movies. Regional films. Even in regional films, I'm really appreciative of the fact that regional films में धीरे धीरे ये सब हो रहा है. If you watch the Bengali films, there are so many LGBTQIA themed Bengali films. They are so good. So good. They have won awards, but nobody knows about it. Why? Because they are regional films. Nobody cares about regional films. Especially Bengali films, nobody cares. And I'm really sad about it because I think there are such good Bengali films. I recently watched a Bengali film with my parents. It's called Dostoji, and it's so relevant. It's so relevant. It's a very simple story about two kids growing up. Two kids are totally different from each other, but how they inspire each other and how one person's story impacted the other person to become somebody more, you know, revolutionary and somebody so different, and it how one person's life can affect another person's life. That is all about that story, and it's so beautifully done, very simplistic but so relevant. I'm thinking about creating a separate, section of content on YouTube where I can talk about these kind of films that we need to watch. I, as an individual, cannot watch every movie, right? I cannot. There are millions and trillions of movies. But ये जो channel है मेरा, this channel exists because I want to communicate with you guys, talk about such stuff, and explore movies together. We need to educate each other, and that's the reason this channel exists. I'm so happy that even if I have less amount of subscribers, which is huge for me, 23K subscribers is not less. For me, it's huge because we can talk to each other the way we are communicating right now. We're conversing and getting to know about these stuff. It's so enlightening, I feel. And that's why this channel exists, to help each other explore about different films and entertainment in general. The name of the movie is Dostoji, Dostoji, Dostoji. It's at the theaters. I don't know whether it's going to stream anywhere, and that is another problem. We don't have streaming platforms where we can watch these movies. But yes, whenever you guys get time, if you can search it anywhere, if I can get a link, I will share it with you guys. Please go and watch this movie. It's beautifully done. It gives you goosebumps. It made me emotional. I cried. And it's so simplistic and so simple. The simplicity of this movie will touch you at your emotional core, I feel. Thank you, Zofia, for asking this. Indian film CGI is used as either overwhelmingly or unnecessarily. So it seems that our filmmakers don't know how to use CGI. They should treat CGI part of the movie rather treating CGI as a movie. Agreed. The very great example is this movie, Adipurush. Oh my god, I was so disappointed watching this. And you guys talk about regional films, regional films being the backbone of our industries nowadays. You should also know that remakes are also done because the regional filmmakers are choosing to remake their own scripts, right? What about Arjun Reddy's director? He is the one who remade the film in Bollywood with Kabir Singh. He's the same director, right? So you're not talking about the filmmakers from down south who are making their own films. Yes, of course, Bollywood will ask. They want to have money, they want to make money, they want to create, like, they want to share this movie with the entire audience. Of course, they have some kind of selfishness behind it. कुछ ना कुछ तो उनको मिल रहा है, profit तो मिल रहा है. लेकिन why does the South Indian filmmakers selling their own movies and remaking their own movies in Bollywood? Why don't we talk about that? Please let me know, what are your thoughts? they are also responsible for remaking their own movies and then talking about it, and we talk about remakes. Rohan, you want to talk about Dave's recent movie? I haven't watched it yet, and I'm seeing a drastic change in terms of choice. And I'm really happy that Dave is making these choices. So Dave is a Bollywood, a Bengali actor, and he used to make commercial movies once upon a time. And I didn't like them because didn't like them in the sense I enjoyed them to an extent that they were awesome, they were funny, they were fun, but after a point of time you need something different. Nowadays audience wants a good storyline with a good script. It's not only about mass entertainment. So I feel that Dave is doing decent movies, that he's choosing good scripts, and people are appreciating. They were not once upon a time, but now they are appreciating it, and I really appreciate the fact. He's not the best actor out there. He's not. But he is doing so much better. He's improving so much. I am really proud of that fact. We need more such movies. I have watched Kishmish. I have watched Buno Hash. I have watched Chadir Pahad. I loved it. I love them. I appreciate the effort. Hey Joker, can you please, it's a request, copy your comment and please paste it again. I cannot go back again and again and watch the comments because I need to talk, right? And you guys also need to bear with me. आप लोग को समझ में आ रहा है ना कि जैसे जैसे सब्सक्राइबर्स बढ़ेंगे it will be difficult for me to read each and every comment. It will be very difficult. So it's a genuine request for you guys. Any comment that I'm missing out on, please copy it, paste it again, and share it here so that I can see them again. Hey Momin Ahmed, Salamu alaikum. বলিউডের মতন অ্যাকশন বানাতে পারবে বেঙ্গলি ফিল্ম ইন্ডাস্ট্রি? Yes, why not? Definitely can. I need to watch another Pakistani movie that I want to watch is Mola Jat, the Fawad Khan film. It has released, but I cannot find it anywhere. I need to check online. It's a great movie as well. I have heard a lot of good things about it and I want to watch. It's a Fawad Khan movie, for God's sake. I have to check it out. Fawad Khan, very underrated actor. He could have really dominated the film industry in general in Bollywood, but then again, the problems between India and Pakistan, because of that, they had to go out. No, I am not watching any Turkish or Russian movies, but if you have any suggestions, Joker, please let me know. One more thing, we do have films based on social issues, but we do struggle to make sci-fi fantasy films. True. Star Wars, Harry Potter. Yeah. First of all, the content that comes, Star Wars and Harry Potter. Harry Potter's content is from the J.K. Rowling book, and we need movies like that. We need content like that to create. I know one movie, I forgot his name. Amrish Tripathi, I think he has books on uh, folklore, Shiva, I think the forms of Shiva, and we can make movies on that. Like India has so much rich culture in its history, its folklore, that we can make tons and tons of movies on that. Yes, they are trying to make movies on Ramayana, but if you create a movie solely based on CGI, just like Adi Purush, then it's not going to be any more impactful. It will not create anything. Sony under Shaktiman Kaki cast kora jay. Shaktiman, another movie that is on the line, and I was hearing that Ranveer Singh is going to play Shaktiman. I don't know. I think he's a great actor. He can mold himself into any kind of role. I would like to give him a chance. But I think if I had the chance to select an actor, I would choose somebody who's more experienced, because Shaktiman, the actor who played him, he himself was a little bit old, right? He was not very young when he started playing Shaktiman. And I think somebody more mature would be better to play this role. I don't know who I can choose. I have to think about this. I never thought about who can play Shaktiman's role. Guys, let me know, what did you think? What do you think? Shaktiman, who can play Shaktiman better? Like nowadays. Rohan, thank you very much আমার ওই ডান্স ভিডিওটা দেখার জন্য. I love that you enjoyed that video. Yes, Fawad Khan, very good looking. And hot. Marvelous Phase 4 কেমন লাগলো? Of course, it was a roller coaster ride. Few of them were amazing, few of them were okay, but I think it's building up to Phase 5 and I'm waiting for that. There are good movies coming up and I'm still keeping my fingers crossed. I think Marvel has not lost its charm. I think it can do better. Definitely the movies that recently came out, there are only few movies worth mentioning and the series as well, but I think it can do better. It can do definitely better. I loved Wakanda Forever, loved it. I cried. It gave me goosebumps. I loved the Phase 4 में सबसे best मुझे वो भी लगी Shang-Chi, loved it. I loved Miss Marvel. People didn't like it much, but I liked it because I could relate to the sentiments. Some Asian character playing like South Asian character playing a Marvel superhero. It's definitely is very emotional for us, and I think I really enjoyed that. I want you to watch Durak. It's good. It's a Russian movie. Joker, if you can, please comment in any of my previous videos. I can see so that I can see your suggestions. Anybody has any kind of suggestion for me to watch, please go back, comment down in any of my YouTube videos. I will check it out. Definitely check them out. I read each and every comment, by the way. Yes. Ajay Devgaনের শিবায়ের নাম শুনে ফার্স্টে আমার আমিষ ত্রিপাঠীর not Amrish Tripathi, Amish Tripathi, you're right. Shiva's trilogyর কথা মনে পড়েছিল. Yes, and I think that trilogy can be remade. It is so rich and so good. I haven't read it, but I have heard a lot of things. বেঙ্গলি ফিল্মের স্টোরি ভালো হয়, অ্যাক্ট্রেসও ভালো হয়, বাট মেইন প্রবলেম হলো বাজেট. ট্রু, বাট বাজেট ছাড়াও কত মুভিজ আছে. ইউ ক্যান সি কম বাজেটে কত ভালো ভালো মুভি. দ্বিতীয় পুরুষের আগে যে দ্বিতীয় পুরুষ ছিল, দেয়ার আর সো মেনি গুড মুভিজ. আই হ্যাভ লাইক, বাট পিপল ডোন্ট ওয়াচ দেম বিকজ দেয়ার আর আর্ট মুভিজ. Why would people watch them, right? Yes, Anuruddh, you are right. Hi, Gaurav. Yes, Shaktiman, you want Mukesh Khanna to play it. Okay, and has retired, but his new villain appears. He must pass down the mantle to someone else. That way, tribute. Yes, that's a fantastic idea, Shaptorshi. I think that will culminate into something really good. And I think even if somebody in their 30s play the role like Vicky Kaushal, I think he's also going to be great. His body structure is actually very perfect for him, and he's also a great actor. I think he will do justice to it. I don't want somebody too good looking to play this role. I have my reasons. I'm not saying that Vicky Kaushal is not handsome. He is very good looking. But I don't want someone strikingly good looking like Hrithik Roshan to play this role. I mean, of course, he has his Krish series. But what I'm trying to say is like a person whom we can relate to. Vicky is the kind of good looking guy who we can all relate to. Like, he's just another guy we can meet and we can say, wow, he's good looking. But he's not somebody who is not approachable. So, समझ में आ रही मेरी बात मैं क्या बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ? Am I making any sense? Bengali, hi Alok. Hey Alok, nice to see you here. Bengali and Gujarati theatre is much more successful than their movies, I think. much more dreamable for any theater actor to work in them because it pays well also. That's great. And I want to, so see, we cannot see anything and everything, right? There are so many good things going on around the world. Like theater actors, they are so good. So recently I watched a Bengali movie which involved only theater actors. And it was so good. So good. Bollo Pure Roop Katha, such a phenomenal and beautifully done movie. It had comedy, it was kind of a little bit of horror mixed in it, and yeah, history and history of Bagan Badis and the Rajputs and the people who lived there. It's so wonderfully done, and I appreciate that. I think theater actors are the best kind of actors when they knows their art, they know their art, and they have so much. I have so much respect for them because they have learned so much from their own stint doing theaters, right? Oh, so he has signed up for Vicky Kaushal has signed up for the Immortal Ashwatthama. Okay, so he's going to bring alive Ashwatthama. Shaktiman is one of the stories that can be groundbreaking Indian superhero film execution is right. I totally agree. Sony is doing it, so I have some kind of hopes because Sony has churned out movies like Spider-Man, the whole series, and it did good. Did you mention No Way Home in Phase 4? Yes, No Way Home was awesome as well. I that's one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time. I loved it. And to be frank, my guilty pleasure is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as well. I enjoy that movie a lot. Second half was really a hodgepodge, but the first half was really interesting, and they could have done so much more with that. I have a love and hate relationship with it. But the movie which I didn't like at all was Thor: Love and Thunder. I was heavily disappointed. $800, pura pani mein. That was for me the worst movie. No, Eternals is there. How can I forget about Eternals? Eternally disappointing. Yes, Alok, that's a very nice idea. Like Raj Comics has such rich characters. I literally grew up on those characters because I used to read them so much. Chacha Chaudhary, then there is Nagraj Comics as well. Is it Nagraj is from Raj Comics? Let me know, Alok. Remind me. Nagraj and the whole Nagraj and his band of superheroes. They were so famous back then. Doga. We all used to read those comics back then, and they're so interesting. I think they can definitely do so much with there is so much potential. There are so many things. Yes, Raj Comics. I'm right. Thank you very much, Alok. I really want, like, growing up, it was my guilty pleasure. It was my favorite thing to do. Whenever we used to travel by train, comics bahar wo hote the, and I used to buy those comics. I used to read them in the train. Chacha Chaudhary के comics, Polo, फिर और भी comics थे, इतने कुछ थे. I keep on forgetting the names, but Nagraj and there was another guy, Yellow and Blue May. There's another, and I love them. Doga के comics, so much history. It's nice to talk to you. I have leave some work to do. Sure. It was nice talking to you too, Anirudh. What is the time? It's 8:19. Joker thinks Shaktiman they should cast someone new, should take auditions while newcomers not coming these days. I think we have good actors. Even the newcomers, there are so many good actors, newcomers. Yes, Parmanu. Yes. You're right. Yellow and blue suit. And he was just a normal human being just like us. Batman se pehle. No, Batman is very old, but Parmanu is also one of those characters who is very grounded to reality. One thing for sure is that Indian superheroes will never meet each other. They tried that with Chitti and Jivan meeting each other, but the flight never took off. You're right. Like, I wish they could create a universe, and that would be so awesome. Like now they are adopting the ideas of Marvel universe and they are putting it into the horror universe with Ruhi, Stree, and Bhedia coming together, and that's so innovative and that's so fresh. People are going crazy over it. लास्ट टाइम कब श्रद्धा कपूर के बारे में इतनी बात हुई थी जब अभी हो रही है जितनी अभी हो रही है? आप बताइए, किसी को श्रद्धा कपूर का कोई भी रोल याद है एक्सेप्ट फॉर स्त्री? बिकॉज दैट मूवी हैज कैटapulted हर टू अ न्यू स्टारडम ऑल टुगेदर. You know why? It's not like she did she was an amazing actress to begin with, but her role was so interesting that people still want to know what happened to her, and now they want to see another movie, and they're creating another movie, and I'm very interested in knowing more about her character because that's the kind of characters people talk about. The more you create these characters, these amazing storylines and they connect with each other, people are heavily interested in that. That's why they are turning spies and policemen into superheroes without any special serum. Huh? Ah, acha, 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 acha. Okay, okay, got it. And you're talking about that movie with John Abraham, right? I forgot the name of the movie. I think Indian superheroes not meeting each other is only due to their timelines and storylines, but movies like Mart Ko Dard Nahi Hota, amazing, Minnal Murli, amazing, Bhavesh Joshi, another very underrated movie, can connect easily. Yes, true. And I think, yet again, another good point by Alok, these movies are very underappreciated. How many people know about Mart Ko Dard Nahi Hota? Such an interesting concept, and such an interesting power, you can say, which is natural to the human being. He doesn't feel any pain, but he can be such a great superhero. And his weakness is he can get dehydrated anytime, any place, and he won't know about it. So that will be his क्या बोलते हैं, weakness. That is so cool. Bhavesh Joshi superhero. Another great movie. I watched it and I enjoyed it so much. Minnal Murli, oh my god, such a great underappreciated movie. It's one of the best, movies we have got from regionally, which explores the superhero world in such an innovative way, and I absolutely loved it. You should go and watch it if you have not watched it. Justice for Shraddha, ma'am. I wonder if her remake, Chalbaz in London, is shelved. I don't know. See, Shraddha as an actress, I'm not fond of. I think she has a long way to go. And her movie choices are also not doing well. She's just being stereotyped. She's a great dancer, she's a great performer. But when it comes to movies and acting, she's not doing good. But I feel if she can choose the right kind of scripts, that's why I appreciate Janvi in this sense. She's choosing good scripts nowadays. And though she has still a long way to go as an actress, she's still improving. The kind of choices she's making in itself is very good, and that is going to definitely help her. I can't say that about Sara. Sara Ali Khan impressed me heavily with her first movie, but now she's just going down. Pura niche. She's not innovating at all. Beach mein Atrangi Re, she did good and appreciated that. After that, she again came back to her own Purana movies that she's doing, Masala Entertainers. Yes, Kriti Sanon. We have to talk about Kriti Sanon. She is so underrated, I feel. Mimi, I loved her in Mimi. She was good in Bheria. I feel her character was very underwritten. Her character could have been more impactful. The impact she could have brought could be way more if her characters was developed more, because she's very natural on screen and she does great job. She's not only beautiful, she just gets into the skin of the character very well. Adi Purush, I'm not at all excited at all. Though Prabhas, I really like Prabhas as an actor. I'm not at all hyped up for Adi Purush. I feel it's going to be a disaster if they keep the CGI intact, and even if they work on it, I don't know what they can do with that movie. It's not something which I'm looking forward to. Spy Universe by Yashraj Films and Cop Universe by Rohit Shetty. In Attack, at least they tried to replicate Universal Soldier, which has some logic. I didn't watch Attack yet. Cop Universe by Rohit Shetty. I don't know. The Cop Universe by Rohit Shetty, it's not something which is very intriguing for me. I don't know. Something doesn't fit well. Like, maybe the characters are interesting. The Cop Universe many people really appreciate, and I want to see the end product before I can judge. But not every cop I'm very heavily interested in. So let's see what they can do with this, with the coming movies, the cop universe that they're trying to create. It's not something which intrigues me much. Hi Roshni. Roshni is saying, I think Bollywood should make more commercial movies where heroines should also have meaningful roles. Yes, that is also cool, but the movie should not be just crass, massive blockbusters without any storyline. There should be some kind of story involved so that people can be invested and they can watch it again and again. One of the most important reasons why Bollywood not working well is because even in remakes or originals, they're just romanticizing everything in scripts or songs too much. True, true, true. I totally agree, and I feel there are so many different concepts we can explore without involving romance at all. So yeah, I don't know when that's going to change. The moment the foreigners hear about Bollywood, the main thing the main thing they talk about is, oh, romance. Arey bhai, it's way more than that. There are so many movies it doesn't have romance, but it's true. There are very less movies that don't have romantic subplots. There are so many different sexualities people can talk about. People don't even know about these things. I have to teach everyone. Whenever I go to my parents or my friends and everyone, I tend to tell them about these different kind of sexualities people can know about. And people can make films on that. Even if you want to make romantic films, you can make films on based on different sexualities, not only homosexuality, there is pansexuality, there's polyamory, there's bisexuality, transgenders, so many different sexualities people don't even know. Asexuality, how many people know about it? But if you make films on that, that will be very intriguing, very educational. At the same time, it will create awareness in people. And I feel that will be very impactful. It's like Sridevi versus Padmini Kolhapuri versus Amrita Singh. It is drama all over again. True, I agree, Zofia. React to Hanuman Telugu movie teaser. I have not yet reacted to it. I know I will. I will do it. Yes, Tanhaji was better. It's not a complete. It's not a perfect film, Tanhaji, but I really, really enjoyed it for what it was. Oh my God, ब्रह्मास्त्र का नाम चेंज करके शिवा होना चाहिए. Part 1 शिवा डैश आलिया भट्ट. She was the most annoying things. मैं और मेरे फ्रेंड्स बैठ के बस ये सोच रहे थे कि she should die. कैसे मारा जाए इसको, मतलब ऊपर से गिरा दे, इसको खंजर घुसा दे, कुछ ना कुछ कर उसके कैरेक्टर को मार दे बस. यही हम लोग होप कर रहे थे. I never in my life wanted any character to die that badly than I wanted Isha to die. She was, and so many things were going for her. She's not only Alia Bhatt, who is one of my favorite actresses, she's also playing a Bengali role, Shiva. I just Shiva, Isha. See, इतना मैंने शिवा सुना है कि मैं ईशा को भी शिवा बोल रहा हूँ. मतलब God. So Isha, what I wanted to say. She's saying a Bengali character and so much expectations मेरी थी ब्रह्मास्त्र से and उसके character से क्योंकि मैंने सोचा था she would be one of the Brahmans. She might have some kind of power, she might have some kind of motive to reach out to Shiva, and then at the end we will see some kind of power from her, but they totally wasted it. We calling Junoon goons. देख वो उधर है अब तो मार. Oh God. Yeah, exactly. I mean, anybody could have killed. Junoon killed a kid. भाई बच्चे के पीछे एक औरत थी, गला काट देते, कुछ भी कर देते. मतलब she could have died for God's sake. That would have actually got some kind of substance in the story. सब काइंड ऑफ सब्सटेंस इन द स्टोरी। उसके मरने के बाद उसकी एक अलग सी पावर शिवा के अंदर जन्म उठती है, और हमको शिवा जो वर्ड है वो यूज करते हुए नहीं देखने को मिलता, सुनने को मिलता। অনির্বাণ ভট্টাচার্য একবার বলেছিল যে বিক্রমে যে বিজয় সেতুপতির ক্যারেক্টার, যা লোক যা লুক ওর থলথলে ভুঁড়ি, ওই জিনিস কি বলিউড কোনোদিন কেউ রেপ্লিকেট করতে পারবে? কিন্তু ওরা পারে, এটাই পাওয়ার। True, true. Like actor like Vijay Sethupathi, the caliber he has, nobody talks about his body shape. Everybody talks about how much skilled of an actor he is. I watched him first in the movie Super Deluxe. Oh my god, what a movie! If you guys have not watched Super Deluxe, I don't know what you guys are doing. Any cinema enthusiast should go and watch it. That movie. It's such a unique concept. Another favorite actor of mine there is Fahad Fasil. Stupendous actor. Watch that movie. I will just tell you guys to watch that movie, Super Deluxe. That was my first foray into Vijay Sethupath's movies, and his first movie, that movie introduced me to the wonder and marvel Vijay Sethupathi is. I don't think Junoon was Shiva's sister. I don't think. And I don't know why they didn't explore her story more. I could have related to her more if we could get another story, her backstory. What was the reason for her to worship Dev? Where did she come from? And is she dead? I don't know. I don't think she's dead. She might come back in the second movie, and I would really hope they explore more of her storyline, and really want to see Dev's story with Amrita's story in the second movie, and they get more into it, and this time they get away with the Shiva thing. Like ईशा को दूरी रखे, अगर वो नहीं भी हो मूवी मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Replace her. Replace आलिया भट्ट right now. Yes, फरहान, भेड़िया देखा है. I absolutely loved it. It's very fun. It's very fun. It's very fun. मुझे डर नहीं लगा, क्योंकि इससे बहुत ज़्यादा स्कैरियर मूवीज मैंने देखी है. स्त्री देख के मुझे डर नहीं लगा था, लेकिन I really enjoyed that movie. It's a great story. Good characters, really good characters, and it has Easter eggs from Stree 2 as well, so you could definitely watch it. आप लोग को अगर Stree 2 के characters याद होंगे तो आपको ये movie और भी अच्छी लगेगी. Totally true. I like Dahmer so much. I like Dahmer, but I think I lost interest in it in the later episodes. So I stopped watching it. I watched it till 5th episode, and after that it was getting too monotonous for me. I didn't want to know anymore. It is very disturbing, but it takes time. It's very slow paced. And though Evan Peters is one of my favorite actors of all time, very underappreciated, he slayed in that role. But it was very slow, and that's why the pacing, there was definitely pacing problems, and that's why I couldn't finish it. But I'm going to finish it in one of these days. Turn Isha into a villain and let Bachchan ji kill her in the next part. They can do so much with Isha's part in the second movie. Somehow, if she gets power or she gets to know her, because we don't know much about her and her family, right? We don't know anything about her. And I don't know how they got together. That was the most frustrating part. इतनी जल्दी किसको प्यार होता है? अगर प्यार होता भी है, फर्स्ट लव एंड ऑल, कौन किसके साथ बनारस ऐसे भी मुंह उठा के चल देता है? मतलब कुछ भी, कोई सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट, खुद की कोई लाइफ, कुछ भी नहीं है. A guy comes and tells you, I'm going to Banaras to like protect this person and something like this, and you just say, I will also go with you. Oh wow, and then go and do Kesariya all of it. Thank God they didn't include the dance track in there. Watch Janagana Mana. Yes, I have to. I have watched the teaser for that, trailer for that. I'm going to watch it very soon. Showed father and his childhood story more. I will watch it. I will finish Tamar. Don't worry. But yes, I'm taking a break. Shiva will also leave. She's the button. Shapta Shia. Oh my god, you're right. Button and all. Imagine next tournament be renamed Brahmastra Part 2, how Dev kills Isha in 50 different ways. He should be killed एकदम शुरू में शुरुआत of the movie. It would actually be very interesting. People would be really interested to see. I mean, people like us who hate her character, they उनको सुकून मिल जाएगा, and secondly, that would actually give the story a new turn. Oh, RRR 2 is also coming? I didn't know that. I enjoyed RRR so much. Have you watched Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul? I have watched Breaking Bad the first season. I have to finish the other seasons as well. So many things to watch now, that's why I couldn't finish. But Breaking Bad is really good. Better Call Saul, I have not watched yet. भाई शादी कब कर रहे हो? जब इंडिया में गे मैरिज लीगल होगा तब. That's my answer for you, Farhan. Okay, guys, I think you watch an anime. Yes, I do. I love. Currently, I'm watching My Hero Academia season 6. मैंने मांगा पढ़ लिया है, लेकिन फिर भी मैं देख रहा हूँ because animes I love. Also, Spy Family. Love Spy Family. I mean, why Dimple Kapadia was in the film? Yeah, another very wasted character. Yes, I have to watch. I will start watching it. I'm waiting for all the episodes to come out because if I start watching, anime episodes are so small that so short that बहुत बुरा लगता है मेरे को. I am such a person, I can't stop watching, so I binge watch out the episode one by one. So that's why I was waiting. But I think one of these days I will start watching Chainsaw Man again. I will start watching again. मतलब शुरुआत से शुरू करूँगा मैं. हर रिएक्शन को ऑलरेडी स्ट्राइक मिल चुकी है यार. Oh, to what anime? Yeah, that is the reason I stopped doing it. मैंने react किया था the episode season 3 का My Hero Academia के season 3 episode 1 पर, and it got blocked. And I tried to release it so many times, edit कर करके, no use. It's waste of time. इसलिए मैंने कहा कि जो चीज़ अलाउ कर रहे हैं वही चीज़ रखता हूँ. Part 3, let's Isha upload Shiva's powers and social media. All enemies of Brahmastra will be aware that this Isha will die and Shiva will become Brahmastra. Destroy the Astravas. Baap re. कुछ अलग ही खिचड़ी पका रहे हो सप्तर्षि. What's your thought on Kartik Aaryan replacing Akshay here? And I'm not a big fan of that. I was also not a big fan when he replaced him in Bulbulaiya 2. But I feel that Kartik Aaryan has his own charms. I didn't like Bulbulaiya 2, by the way. I watched it. The story was a copycat of Alone. If you didn't watch Alone, you wouldn't know. Alone, I'm not talking about the Bollywood remake. I'm talking about the... So I already knew the story of Bulbulaiya 2, and that's why I didn't enjoy it much. And the gags and laughs were not at all good. I'm sorry, but it was just a very bland movie for me. Tabu's performance was really good, but since I already knew the story, I could see it from way far away. That's why I didn't enjoy it. It didn't give me that thrill. एक बार कार्तिक आर्यन को उसका रोल काट के फिर उसको ही दे देंगे. Ashiki 3, Dostana 2. I know Bulbulaiya 2, Hera Fairy 3, and also double Akshay Kumar variant. I mean, he has those similarities with Akshay Kumar. उनकी voice, उनकी tone बहुत ही similar है. But he needs fresh movies like this one, Freddy. I'm really interested in that character because he's playing a serial killer. So me as a person, I enjoy serial killer movies a lot. I love watching the serial killer series and movies. That's why I loved Dahmer that much. I watched Dexter. I loved it. There are so many Korean TV shows related to serial killers. I really enjoy them. So that is the movie I'm excited about, Freddy. I think it can turn tables for Kartik Aaryan in terms of acting. He's doing something different. Even if it's not a bad deal. I mean, if they can do a better job with it, I'm down for it. Okay, guys, I think we had a great conversation today. Thank you very much. आप लोगों ने join किया. In fact, it's not feel scary and dark by the trailer, like it's trying to look cool. Let's see. Let's wait for the movie to drop or series or whatever it is. Thank you for joining me today. I had a great time talking to you guys. आशा करता हूँ आप लोगों ने भी enjoy किया मेरे साथ बात करने में. ऐसे ही बीच बीच में I will come on live. बहुत लेट हो रहा है, नहीं आते हम लोग ऐसे लाइव पर. But I really enjoyed my conversations today. It's very very helpful, enlightening. Yeah, they did mix it, and that's why I didn't like it, because there was no novelty in it. बुलबुलाए 2 में कोई novelty नहीं थी उसमें. And that's why I didn't like it. I didn't bash it, but I didn't like it. I gave it a chance. I didn't enjoy it. Okay, guys, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow again. I wanted to make a review video for Bhedia. Do you guys still want it? जो भी है बताओ. भेड़िया का नॉन स्पॉइलर और या फिर एक नॉन स्पॉइलर एंड स्पॉइलर रिव्यू बोथ. डू यू वांट इट? इफ यू गाइज वांट इट, लेट मी नो. कहीं पे भी कमेंट्स पे यहाँ पे अभी भी बता सकते हो. आई विल मेक दैट टुमारो एंड मेक सम मोर रिएक्शंस, पेंडिंग रिएक्शंस जो बाकी है. इट विल टेक सम टाइम बट आई विल डू इट. डोंट वरी. Zofia, thank you for joining us. It's the very first time I'm talking to you. It was nice talking to you. Hope we see you again. Guys, that's the thing. I am signing off right now. Bye bye.